Well, the year is coming to a close, and that means it's time for me to run down my top 10 diecast releases of 2025. As with last year, we're going to kick off with some honourable mentions, starting off with the new look El Toro Loco. This came as a bit of a surprise because we didn't know we were getting a new look El Toro Loco until the season started. Everybody saw this and then saw the real ones, and everything came out all at once. So that was a lovely surprise. I have swapped the chassis on this, which is why mine looks better than yours. That's all I can say on that. My next honourable mention is the Digger's Dungeon truck. This Superstore exclusive sold out very quickly, not many people got to get it. I have one on the way, but it's not with me just yet. But it's a very cool truck, very nice details. The same can be said of the new Purple Kingsling, which is also on its way to me, thanks to Off Track Productions. Charlie Hubbard has managed to source both of these for me. So they will be coming in the new year. Looking forward to both of them, and they're very nice little additions. The final honourable mention is the blue Velociraptor we also got in the first wave of the year. Just clean the dust off of that. It's a very, very cool diecast with one major flaw in that I had to paint the black bit on the top of its head myself. This lack of detailing is very annoying actually, and I think SpinMaster could have done better with it. And had they, this may well have been in the top 5, let alone the top 10. For now though, it's an honourable mention. It's a very cool truck, and I hope we get Devons from last year. Okay, in at number 10, we have the brand new Excalibur. This came in a mix that didn't quite hit the UK shelves. Everything was imported for this wave, which more on that later on. But I managed to get hold of this one at a very slightly inflated price. It's a very, very cool and clean looking truck. Of course, it's the regular Excalibur we saw previously, but with that light bar on the top of the truck as well, which really sets it off. Love this Excalibur truck. In at number 9, it's a very hotly anticipated truck for a lot of people, but especially myself. It is, of course, Wildside. This would have been higher up the list had they gone for the more recent Wildside body paint job. Not the holographic or the World Finals one we saw this year, but one with a bit more paint splatter all over it instead of as much black as we're seeing on this truck. But I do still really like what we did get. It's a very cool truck. I wish we'd have got BKT printing. I wish that for a lot of the trucks that were released this year, but overall we get Wildside in the collection in a legit form. Number 8, and this is a Superstore exclusive that I touched on very, very briefly in a YouTube short. It is the USHRA truck, and it's a very nice addition to the collection as well. I like the fact it's a very retro truck for a company that really had their roots in starting Monster Jam off. The US Hot Rod Association logos all over it look very nice. We've got the floaty tyres, which is a nice callback to the era as well. Front engine truck, all very cool. Big fan of this one. That is my number 8 choice. In at number 7, we don't have to go far from this on the collection as we are heading one shelf above to the USA Stars and Stripes Uncle Sam Jester. Yeah, this is a really nice truck, and I'm loving the BKT printing for starters. I like the roll cage on this, but I also love the bodywork. It's just a very cool looking truck, one we saw for, I think it was just one event and done. I would love to see it back. Maybe it was on display at World Finals this year, I'm not so sure. But yeah, if they do make it to a World Finals, I hope they run it, if it's going to be the same format every year going forward. So yeah, love this one. Number 6, and we are moving up the shelf now to the very top. A truck that surprises a lot of people, I think. But this is one of my genuine favourite releases of the year. This is the Black Thunderosaurus, as I've been calling it this year, Thunderosaurus Nox. Very, very cool release. I am a big fan of it. Was in a doubles pack with a Velociraptor that has been put in the box, never to see the light of day again, probably. This, meanwhile, has got a lot of attention, and for good reason. It's a very nice matte paint job with some glossy paint decals. You'll have known from last year's Avenger Black Widow that was a big thing for me. With some more details, this could have been higher on the list, I think, but yeah, a very solid entry. Number 5, and we are going to Bad Company, the holographic body, a truck I didn't think they would ever actually make, especially as John Gordon stepped away from the sport last year. He came back for 1 or 2 events, and I think he's coming back for a few events next year as well as a stand-in driver for Team Overboard. But yeah, the holographic body is one of my favourites of Bad Company's. It's so extra, there's so much detail in it, but it is so very cool, and they did it very well. They did a lot of justice with the pearlescent sort of paint job as well, which looks really cool. I think it's the quote-unquote sparkle smash wash, which we won't refer to it as that. It's sparkly, it's cool, I like it a lot. In at number 4, going up the shelf again, we have an Avenger. It is the Avenger. It's the main one. It's the green Chevy Bel Air Avenger, the one we have been waiting for oh so very long. Finally released in diecast form. Was it perfect? No. No, it wasn't. There are issues with it. But I will look past them because, I'll be honest, I don't know what they are. That is me being a fake fan of this sport and collecting trucks. I'm a fraud, and you should all know that by now. This Avenger, however, is very, very cool. Very glad to add the green Bel Air Avenger to the collection. It was sorely needed. In at number 3, this is a truck you will not find on my shelves, but it is part of the Gravedigger collection. Yes, there was a truck that sold out within hours on the Superstore earlier this year, and I couldn't quite believe it. I didn't really want it at the time, but it has grown on me a lot. And thanks to all of you watching the channel, it means that you have raised enough money in my monetization that I get to buy the Gravedigger Halloween truck from this year. A very cool release. It is a re-release, which is why it's not the top spot, because otherwise it is solid and perfect. Unfortunately, because it's sold out on the Superstore, it means that I have to spend scalper prices to buy it. That is a shame, but I can do so because of all of you, so thank you very much. Number 2, we are heading to the top of the shelf this time for one of the best releases of the year. Would have been number 1 if it weren't for a couple of details. It is Classroom Crusher, a very, very cool looking truck, a big step up from the Fuel Academy that was released previously. This is absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to start racing this on the channel. It's such a very well detailed truck, minus the BKT printing. Oh, if it had only had that, it would have been the number 1 truck of the year, I think, for me, because it is just so very well detailed. There's so much detail in this that I can't actually go over all of it in the time I've given myself. So what I will say is I'm very glad that Camden is driving it again this year coming up. It's going to be so cool to see this truck on the track once again. And that leaves us with our diecast of the year, and we don't have to go very far as we pan across. I think we all saw this coming. Yes, JCB Diggertron is my release of the year. This is such a cool truck. I'm such a big fan of the Diggertron itself. Do you know, when it first came out, I wasn't. It had to grow on me, but it did not take long because Tristan England is him, and I got to see him drive it live in London. Please bring back the London shows. This truck is awesome. The BKT printing, the detailing of the JCB Diggertron body itself, everything on it is perfect, and I don't think there is anything that tops it this year. And so for me, it's my diecast of the year. What do you think though? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to know. Have a happy new year. See you in 2026.